Hello everyone, we are from Group 11. We'll explain about the concept of Islamic economic thought Ibnu Khaldun. Biography of Ibnu Khaldun. Ibnu Khaldun was born in Tunisia on 1 Ramadan 732 Hijriah or 27 May 1332. His full name is Abu Rahman Abu Zaid Waliuddin Ibnu Khaldun. Abu Rahman is his first name and Abu Zaid is his family nickname, while Waliuddin is a title given to him when he served as Qadi in Egypt. Subsequently, he was more popular as Ibnu Khaldun. Ibnu Khaldun died in 887 Hijriah in Cairo. He is a descendant of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, named Wail bin Hujri from the Kindah tribe. Ibnu Khaldun is widely known as the founder, pioneer, and father of sociology and the history of science. And he is better known because his book Muqaddimah in the West is known as Prolegomena. The work of Ibnu Khaldun. Ibnu Khaldun's greatest work is Al-Ibar, or History of the World. This work consists of 3 books which are divided into 7 volumes, namely Muqaddimah, 1 volume, is the introductory section that describes the core of the entire matter in the book. Al-Ibar, or 4 volumes, describes the Arabic history of its generation and dynasty since the birth of Ibnu Khaldun. It also contains a history of how many nations were then known and of the great and mighty and their dynasties, including Pontian, Turkey, Persia, Rome, Copts, Greeks, Jews, and Syria, until the 8th Hijriah, and Al-Ta'rif bin Ibnu Khaldun, 2 volumes. It contains the history of the barbarians and its tribes, such as the Zanata, Nawata, Masmuda, Baranis, and its origins and generation. Next is Ibnu Khaldun's economic thinking. First, production theory. For Ibnu Khaldun, production is human activity that is organized socially and internationally. Ibnu Khaldun discussed 3 important points in the production theory. A. The human nature of production. On the one hand, humans are economic animals. The goal is production. On the other hand, the main factor of production is human labor. Ibn Khaldun argued that profit or production is the main value attained from human labor. B. Social organization of production. Human cannot learn products and food for his life. If he wants to survive, he must organize his energy through capital or skill. The simplest production operation requires the cooperation of many people and the technical background of a world civilization. Therefore, Ibn Khaldun advocates a social organization of production in the form of a specialization of work. C. International of organization of production. This international division of labor is not based on the natural resource of these countries, but is based on the skills of the people, because for Ibn Khaldun, labor is the most important factor of production. Therefore, the more active the population, the more production. D. Production factors. According to Ibn Khaldun, there are 3 factors of production, namely nature, work, and capital. First, nature is a resource that equips humans in the form of materials that can sometimes be used directly and sometimes after they are processed. Second, work has advantage with a positive character and is a factor that is always present in all forms of production. Even natural products are impossible to obtain except by work. At the time of Ibn Khaldun himself, work outperformed the other factor of production. Third, capital is wealth and shared in addition to work and natural factors. Ibnu Khaldun did not separate capital from labor. Next is theory of value, money, and price. There is three theory. Value theory. For Ibnu Khaldun, the value of an item is determined by the number of work, activities, and all the accumulated costs incurred to produce the goods. Because with the work will produce the production of goods. So, but when the quantity of work and production, there is a reciprocal relationship. If the quantity of labor decrease, then the production will decrease, and vice versa. If the number of workers increase, then the production will increase as well. To determine the unit of value of a good product can be determined by price. Money theory. For Ibnu Khaldun, the two metals, gold and silver, are measures of value. These metals are accepted naturally as money, where their value not affected by subjective fluctuation. Ibnu Khaldun supports the use of gold and silver as monetary standards. For him, the manufacture of coin is only guarantee given by the authorities that the coin contains a certain amount of gold and silver content. The printery was a religious office, and therefore not subject to temporal rules. The amount of gold and silver contained in a coin cannot be changed once the coin has been initiated or issued. Price theory. For Ibnu Khaldun, price is the result of the law supply and demand. The only exception to this law was the price of gold and silver, which were the monetary standards. All other goods are subject to price fluctuation depending on the market. When an item is rare and high in demand, the price is going to high. If an item is abundant, its price is going to be low. 3. Distribution theory. According to Ibnu Khaldun, the price of a product consists of three elements, namely salary, profit, and tax. First, salary. Since the value of a product is equal to the amount of labor it contains, salary is the main element of the price of goods. The price of labor is the basis for the price of an item. Second, profit. Profit is the difference between the selling price and the purchase price obtained by the trader. But this difference depends on the law of supply and demand. It determines the purchase price through salaries and determines the selling price through the market. Third is tax. Taxes vary according to the wealth of rulers and residents. Therefore, the amount of tax is determined by the demand and supply of the product, which in turn determines the income of the population and the readiness to pay. Next is cycle theory. A. Population cycle. For Ibnu Khaldun, the public expenditure side is very important. The country is an important production factor. With its expenditure, the state increases production, and with its taxes, the state makes production sluggish. On the one hand, some of these expenditures are important for economic activity. Without state prepared infrastructure, it is impossible for large population to occur. B. Public finance cycle. The state is also an important factor of production. With its spending, the state increases production, and with its taxes, the state makes production sluggish. First, government expenditure, and second, taxation. First, government expenditure. For Ibnu Khaldun, the expenditure side of public finance was very important. On the one hand, some of these expenditures are important for economic activity. Without the infrastructure provided by the state, it is impossible to have a large population. Without political order and stability, producers have no incentive to produce. Therefore, the more the government spends, the better the consequence for the economy. Second, taxation according to Ibnu Khaldun. Taxes are essentially the main source of state income in today's modern era. That is why taxes must be managed in order to provide maximum positive result. Ibnu Khaldun also states that the taxation institution is a very important institution for the state. If the government increases its spending value, or the more it uses its own budget for development purpose, its impact will be better for the economic of the country. Thank you for listening. That's all from Group 12. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.